Hey ladies, happy Friday.
Hi.
We are here for a ride along today, and we have Mo with us who's going to share fun stuff. So,
I don't know about that.
well,
Oh my
any
gosh.
of you ladies who suffer from SAD, this is your day, because this is like God's gift to you, a little
It's
sunshine.
bright. It's
Right?
fantastically bright today. I love it.
Yeah, and we thought we'd do something new. So starting from now on our ride-alongs, we thought we would meet up at a place. So that way, if you are needing friends or you want somebody to hang out with you, you can just meet us afterwards.
Yeah.
So
Bring your kids.
Yeah.
Don't have nothing fancy.
Uh-huh.
Just come say hi.
Yeah.
No commitment.
Right? So every Friday afternoon, put it on your calendar. We're just going to come up with a new place to meet the Friday before, and then the following Friday,
Yep.
you can meet us there. So,
Exactly.
So we'll kick off next Friday, and I think we're going to make our first location in Leesburg. So if you're anywhere near Leesburg next Friday, come hang out with us.
Yeah. And we're gonna have a little lunch.
Yes.
So come have a little bite to eat and
Yeah, so
pop in and say hi.
comment if you think you're gonna make it, just so we can gauge how much food to buy.
Yeah.
But we have some people who are gracious enough to offer to have it in their home, and so that's where we'll be. We'll post the address below so you can join us next Friday.
And then we have a company that's agreed to sponsor it, so it's not like, it's not going to cost us anything. They're going to sponsor the food.
So it's free
Yeah,
for you.
it's free for you and free for us.
Yeah,
so
and
we
we'll
just get
see.
together and say hi.
Yeah, so basically we're your new social chairs.
Yeah, exactly.
So let us know where you would like to host events in the future too, so we can pick locations close to you.
Yeah, because then we can do it like all over the area. Like Leesburg will be our first week, and then maybe we can do like Falls Church or Fairfax and all over the area. Because I remember when I was a new mom, and you feel like you're stuck in the house, and you're
Especially in the winter, you feel like you're stuck in the house.
and you're housebound, and like your life changes, especially if you go from being a working person to then you're a mom staying at home, and you're like, oh, I have no friends, because a lot of times the friends that you did have revolved around work, and if you're not in the workplace anymore, it can be a lonely spot. So basically we just want to give you guys and us a chance to just come out and say hi and get out of the house and enjoy some sunshine and just a bite to eat.
Yeah, I'm a good mom when I'm out of the house. I have a hard time being a great
Yeah.
mom inside the house. There's
It is.
something
It's
about
hard.
being, secluded. And when you're with other moms, you're always such a better, I don't know if you guys feel that way, but when I would have another mom come over, I feel like I'm an infinitely better mom. I don't know,
Well,
there's
that
something
too,
about
and
somebody
then
else being there.
If the mom brings the kids, then the kids also have someone to talk to and a
Entertainment
friend.
besides
and something different than mom having to do everything. So yeah, so we're just doing a little bit of that. Bring your kids along and just come say hi. You can stay for 5 minutes or stay for half an hour or however long you want. But that's what we're thinking about doing.
Yeah. So next week, Leesburg. What time? Did we figure out a time?
We're going to do 11:30 to 1:30, and it's not you can come and stay the whole time if you want, but literally if you just have time to stop in and say hi in person and it's near you, that's fine too. Come for a little while or come and stay the whole time. Either way is fine. But 11:30 to 1:30 in Leesburg.
And then we want your feedback on that time too. If you think that's a good time, I don't know if that's during
I
nap
don't know.
time or that could be like.
Mine's turned 13 today. Actually, is his birthday. So nap
Happy
time
birthday,
for
Nathan.
me. Yeah, shh, don't say his name.
Oh, sorry.
Mine for me was
private group.
it's been a long time since mine napped, so I don't really remember when nap time hit. So if 11:30 to 1:30 is smack dab in the middle of nap time and it doesn't make any sense to you guys, we can move the time to fit people's schedules a little better. But yeah. So feedback.
So for next week, we'll do the 11:30 to
Yeah.
1:30. So that's the time. But future-
definitely work in progress. We're all like kind of winging it together. So give us your feedback and we'll see what we can come up with.
And normally on ride-alongs, we ask everybody what they're good at and what they struggle with, and we've never had a chance to ask Mo those questions.
Yeah. I'm always kind of hanging out in the back seat, and we usually have someone else riding along, but our schedule didn't permit. We had a ride-along for today, but our normal time to start the ride-along is between 10 and 10:30, and
I had a closing this morning.
She had
I had to throw off our
closing.
schedule.
She had
Sorry.
a work thing to do today, so
Had to actually work.
yeah. So
That job thing.
yeah, so our ride-along couldn't come along. So today it's just the two of us. So
Yeah.
I figured, hey, we'll share what we struggle with and the things that we think we're good at, and hopefully it's interesting and fun. Maybe not. If it's not, just turn it off. It's fine. My feelings won't be hurt.
Okay, so tell us what do you want to go first with? What you're great at? I already know a million things you're great at.
It's so easy for me to like come up with what I'm terrible at.
I feel like that's all of us though, right?
Yeah,
Don't you
right.
feel like
I can think of a bazillion things I'm horrible at.
I think we focus on that too much. We don't focus on our strengths enough because it's kind of good to recall to mind, oh, I am good at that, right? And some things that you think, like you take them for granted that you're good at them, right? You know?
Well, I don't know. It's easier for me to focus on what I'm good at in terms of work and those things. But when it comes to motherhood, I don't know what it is about motherhood that we have a problem giving ourselves kudos for things. So I've been sitting here kind of stressing about, oh, she's going to ask me what I'm good at. I'm like, I don't know. What am I going to say? I have no idea.
And I've met her child who's very plain, very nice, so I know that she's good at a lot of things.
Gosh, what would I say? Well, first of all, I'm blessed because my kid is very easy. I had a very easy child. Very easy as a baby, very easy as now a teenager. He's kind and sweet and compliant, and he never gives us a hard time. So he's been easy. As a mom, what am I good at? I've been really good at taking time off from work and just being with him, with being room mom in his classrooms, going on field trips, being involved in his friendships, and then being friends with his friends' moms. I think that's very helpful too. And my kid's been very good at choosing good friends because their moms and the parents are really cool. So that's been great.
And tell them about, she does this Friday movie night thing, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, we do family movie night every Friday. So we all kind of collectively pick a movie, and my mom comes over too. So it's like 3 generations together. Watching
and it's like
a movie.
On her calendar. You don't invite her to do anything on that time. It's family movie night.
Family movie night. Now, family movie night normally ends around 9 on a Friday, and sometimes my friends are going out after that, so I'll go after. But yeah, family movie night's always on a Friday. Occasionally, if it's something really special, we'll move it to, a Saturday night or something. But yeah, and it's great because we watch a variety of things too. I mean, sometimes it's an action movie, sometimes it's a comedy, sometimes it's something heartfelt. But we try to stay away from like the heartfelt movies because my kid does not enjoy like the tugging of the heartstrings and the crying part. He doesn't like it at all. So we took him to the movies to see Knives Out, which I had heard wrongly that it's a comedy. So halfway through the movie, he's looking at me like, what are you doing? And I finally had to tell him, I'm like, sorry, buddy, it's not a comedy, but enjoy it for what it is. So once he realized it wasn't a comedy, he enjoyed it. It was a good movie.
And I don't know about you guys, but do you feel like, I don't feel like movies are as good as the ones I remember growing up. Like, I liked all the Steve Martin funny ones. Like, I thought those were good. And I'm looking for movies to watch with my kids that I've forgotten about. So if you have any good ones, post them.
Yeah, there have been some really good ones we've seen, but I don't know, we run out of ideas after a while because we've been doing family movie night for probably 4 or 5 years now. So, we run out of stuff until new movies come out, and then there'll be some old movie that'll cross your mind and you'll go, oh my gosh, how come I haven't thought of that in the last 4 years? So, yeah, family movie night, just being involved and taking time to be involved in his life with his school and with his friends has been, I think, paramount to the human being he's becoming.
Yeah, no, that is cool. I feel like that's so important to kids. It's just having time. Like my son asked me last night, he's like, Mom, when are we going to have just a Drew and Mommy date? I'm like, that's right, buddy. I need to put that on the calendar. Like that one-on-one time. They crave that.
Well, it's easier for me too, though, because I only have one. She has more than one. So
3, and they all want special time.
Exactly.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, so for me it's easy. I don't.
But
have,
I do
like,
put that on my calendar. I have found that's one of the things that helps me lately is I actually stick on my calendar for the week. I feel like if I'm making time for everybody else, my clients and everything else, I put my kids on my calendar too. Even if it's just like, having a special lunch with one of them, like we all, like my daughters and I had lunch on Sunday and it was cool. And so, and then like for, just even if it's reading a story, sometimes it's like little things, but just so I know I haven't skipped over that time with them. I don't know. Kind of helps.
Yeah, in the summertime we have season passes to King's Dominion, which is only an hour and a half drive from here. So we'll hop in the car and we'll go down. And I'm a total roller coaster person. So my son is also a roller coaster person. So that's kind of our thing during the summer. We go and ride rides, and we do that 5 or 6 times in the summertime. So it's good. It's fun.
We do Splashdown Water Park. My son
Very
absolutely
cool.
thinks that's the coolest thing in the world.
That's
It's
awesome.
like, yeah, that's smile on his face nonstop.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he needs things like that. If you have tips for raising boys too, I feel like we need. This is kind of nice to be with mom who has a son, because I feel like it's easier with my girls right now.
Girls and boys
he's
are totally
6,
different.
and I kind of feel like, ooh, right?
Yeah.
That was a little harder, and
Yep.
and getting my 6-year-old to listen too is,
Well, I couldn't imagine being a girl mom, because I'm not a girly girl. So being a boy mom came very easy and very naturally to me, because I played sports growing up, and so I fell right into that. I can't imagine having to do like the pink princess thing, and people are like, "Didn't you love Disney?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to do the princess part." Like, I would have been totally
my
bored.
first girl was a tomboy, and my second loves the makeup and everything
Yeah.
like that. It's kind of fun to just watch and see they are their own person, right? They're kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to do the princess thing. Totally not me. Totally not me.
Okay, so what do you struggle with?
Oh, what do I struggle with? Well, there's lots of things I
Tell
struggle
me
with.
when we need to turn up here too.
I will when we get to the circle. We need to go to the right.
Cool.
So I was thinking back on, what would I have done different if I could turn back the clock? And I wish. So I am a go kind of person. I'm a list checker. I'm a let's get it done and just get it out of the way
Working with her, she's awesome
kind of
like
person.
that.
So for work, it's great, but for motherhood, not so great when you're more concerned with getting things done than in a timely, efficient manner than slowing down and letting him do it himself. So I find like, my now 13-year-old struggles like using a knife and a fork to cut a steak, because I always used to cut his meat, and I cut his meat up until like 6 months
Yesterday,
ago,
no.
right? Well, almost. So now I'm like, dang, I shouldn't have been in
But
such
you
a
say that because
hurry
my 9-year-old struggles to use a
to
fork
be
and knife
fast
too.
and efficient and not let him figure stuff out on his own. And I just feel like I did too much for him when he was younger, that if I had taken the time and just, I don't know, instead of going, okay, it's going to take me this much time to get from here to there, and I need to leave this much time to get ready, like I should have scheduled out more time to let him struggle to get things done on his own, rather than, I know it's going to take me 15 minutes to get out the door, boom, 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 boom. So then you don't let him tie his own shoes because you only have 15 minutes, So I just feel like I did far too many things for him. And
It's kind of funny what you say about rushing through stuff, because I don't know if you guys, I'm sure when you're sitting outside the school, you hear the same thing, but it's interesting to observe everybody telling their kids to hurry. Hurry, 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 hurry. And I was always in the same trap of saying the same thing to my kids. I'm like, what am I teaching my kids? I'm teaching them to hurry through life, right? Like, and, of course, the youngest wants to walk on all the cars, the little...
Stop and smell the flowers.
Right, exactly. And she's actually the one that kind of reminded me to like, oh yeah, slow down a little bit. Like, what are we rushing through life for, right?
I will say the one thing that I always knew and I always added extra time for was I'm a DIY person, so I spent lots of time in Lowe's, and every time I would take him, he would have to get on every single riding mower so I knew if I was going to Lowe's, it was not going to be a fast process. So I never rushed
But you
him
didn't
there.
mind.
I didn't mind, but I wish I had used that same mindset with other areas of his life and just slowed down. And yeah, if he wants to get on every tractor, let him get on every tractor, and not rush things so much. So yeah, if I could go back and change, that's one thing I really would, because I think that he would be a lot more confident. I think that I stole his confidence in a lot of things because I did things for him rather than let him do it for himself. And then it got to the point where he didn't want to do it for himself because he wasn't confident in those those things.
Well, and then they don't have the opportunity to fail too. Sometimes
Exactly.
I
Yep.
feel like sometimes we want to fix everything before
Oh,
they
yeah,
fail.
let me get that shoe for you, right?
Yeah.
Just let them work it out.
That is kind of an important lesson to learn. To
Yeah.
like, hey, try it, fail, and then try it again.
Yep.
And just keep trying it until you get it right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if I could change it, I would. But, you know, I've tried to be better going forward. That's all you can do is be better from here going forward. So.
Well, even the words I use, instead of telling them to hurry all the time, I start saying, come with me, like,
Right.
you know, versus like, hurry. Yeah, I don't know, just simple things to...
Yeah, this is your right hand turn.
Okay, cool. Fantastic. So, anything else you want to share with us today?
No, that's pretty much it.
All right, so put it on your calendars. Friday, we're going to do our first little kickoff event. So I kind of thought of it like, back in the day, I was social chair for my sorority. Back in the day, I'm like, we're in a group of moms and we're all learning, right? So it is kind of like a little mom sorority, right?
For sure. Yeah, why not?
So we'll be your social chairs, and
that's cool. So we'll post it ahead of time, the address of the place and everything, and it won't be like a last minute thing, but put it on your calendar if you feel like getting out next Friday. 11:30 to 1:30. Like I said, stop by for a little while or come and stay the whole time. How do you want to do it?
You really need to get out. Come hang out with us.
Yep.
See you guys.
Bye.
You have to hit finish.